All right, today is the day we are laying some pipe. Dang it. Today we are putting in-ground sprinklers. It's gonna be quick, it'll be simple, and I'm gonna show you how it's done. All right, so the first step in this entire process here is call 811, have them mark your utilities. It's the law. Once you have all of your utilities marked, and I am very fortunate, none of them cross where I'm digging. Thank the Lord for that. You need to tap into your main water line. So I know my water line comes in the house right here. So I actually went into the crawl space, teed off of it. Make sure you shut your water off at the meter. Don't just cut into your line. Water's gonna go everywhere. It is going to be an absolute problem. So shut your water off, tee off of that main line, and like this. So we have a ball valve there that I can shut off and turn on. That right there is what is going to allow us to shut off flow of the water to the sprinkler so we can blow out the system. And speaking of having to blow out, right here, this fitting allows us to unscrew this, screw in a fitting that allows us to connect an air compressor so that we can actually blow the lines out in the winter so no water is in here and it is not going to freeze and bust.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Which is very important. From there, we have our backflow preventer, which is at least 12 inches above the highest point of our lawn. And that goes straight down here into our master valve. And I'll put a description down below this video with all of these parts so that you can actually read it and see what I'm talking about. And then from there, I have my heads and my path marked out. I don't know if you can see it. I mowed exactly where I'm going to trench.
I mow.
What's that?
Mow. I mow.
These boxes represent exactly where the heads are gonna go, and I have 6, 4 in the backyard, 2 in the front yard. And with that, let's get to trenching. Okay, so trenching is done. Time to move on to the next step, laying pipe, which just so happens to be my favorite activity. Now the sprinklers I am installing are Irrigation sprinklers. If you have not heard of Irrigation, prepare to have your mind blown. And if you are familiar with Irrigation, I have a special surprise, a new and improved version you're gonna wanna look at. So here is an Irrigation sprinkler, big fat bottom, gotta love it. So this is a digital sprinkler system that connects to your phone via the controller. Has a valve inside of here, and you can actually pinpoint exactly where you want this thing to spray, any shape, any size, as long as it fits within the 5 to 30 feet that these things spray. And you can actually spray an exact pattern instead of wasting water, putting it wherever you don't want it. Now, as cool as this is, they have come out with a version 3. And so if you see this, it's a little bit smaller, so you don't have to dig as big of a hole. It's easier to get down in there and do any repairs, because whereas you would have to dig this thing up to do the repairs, you can actually do the repairs without having to dig it up. Pretty freaking cool. The old nozzle had 14 pinpoints and streams. There was a bit of a gap at the end. If you had Irrigation before, you probably noticed that. The new sprinkler has 16, so it covers that gap and you get complete coverage from nozzle to the end of the stream. And then the last part about this, there is a self-cleaning nozzle. So before every run, it is able to clear any sediment that is in here, so you are not going to get any clogs anywhere in your stream. I'll leave a link down below. You can go check them out and see all about the new and improved version. Pretty sweet. want to take a minute while we're laying this pipe to show you exactly how to glue the fittings together so that you don't have any issues. So you got your pipe here. This is just an example. It could be a full length pipe. I've just got a small piece here as a spare to show you. And then you got your fittings. This could be a 90, could be a 45, could be a T just like this. It is all glued the same way. Basically, you have your primer here, and you're going to take this primer and you're just going to coat around a clean pipe, and then inside the fitting that you're using as well.
That's it, boy. Get in there nice and deep like.
And then once that has a few seconds to dry, you're going to take your PVC cement and you're going to put a generous coating all around that bad boy. Get it nice and thick. Honestly, you can't use too much of this stuff. And get it inside that hole. That's nice. And then you're going to take this and put it in and twist. Oh, that is a killer move that you can save for later. It's time to install our cables. Now, this is where Irrigreen really shines over a traditional irrigation system. This is honestly the easiest part. So instead of being a mad scientist and electrician having to splice wires together and do all that stuff, they have made it as easy as you could possibly make. Take the male end, put it in the female end. Yep, that's what we do around here. There, boom. Can't be any easier than that. And then there are clips that come with it. They're just going to snap around this thing to keep it watertight. For a 6-head system like this, I reckon it'll take me about 6 minutes to do all this cable wiring, so I better get busy. So it is the next morning. I decided to take a break, play with my kids. We have about a little less than 5 hours into this thing so far, and really it's time to button it up. So the next step here is actually to backfill all of this dirt back in the holes. But before we do that, we actually need to turn the water on, check for leaks. Check. Need to flush all the drains and all the water lines out. Check. And then we just need to put the heads on and make sure they're all working properly. Oh, no. At least we have water flowing. And since all that's done, everything is working fine, it's time to bring it home. So that is it. I'm going to continue working on backfilling this, but the system is ready to use and I could not be more excited. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Check out the links in the description so you can learn more about these new V3 heads. You can get a free quote, all that good stuff. I'm going to get back to doing this and I'm going to enjoy watching these sprinklers run. So get the heck out of here.